We're live, pal.
Well, this is it, huh?
All right. Welcome to the first edition, pilot episode, I guess you could say, of
Inaugural episode.
Inaugural pilot. Wheels are down and we're rolling.
Oh, okay.
First episode of Diecast, dude.
We're back. Deep inside the quarantine castle.
I went in to design these.
They're fitted?
Yeah, baby. We go for the top dollar. That's what I said. I spent way too much money on these. Here, open it up and show the back.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to
Yeah.
What is going? Whoa!
We got our own official hats that we are official.
Eric Coleman says he'd sport one. Man, that is cool.
All right, the legendary all-time quarterback, Die-Cut Cody. He's gonna become big quarterback here. There we go, Battle Hog, baby. Let's see that ball. He's running. Omaha! He's back! He got it!
Tell him. Well, let me tell you a little story about a guy named Wolf John Johnson. He was born a son of a butcher, and now he's a daddy of a son of a gun. Woo! I don't even know what that means.
What is going on here? Okay.
Oh,
We literally.
oh!
Oh,
Breaking news.
wow.
Thanks, Mom.
I did not know this was happening. We hit 1,000.
He's got a hair. Joking, just joking.
We hit 1,000 followers this past week.
Woo!
Oh, what is this?
So I have me.
No
and I
way!
have you.
Look
Even
how
with our t-shirts and
look how
everything on.
trim I am.
So
This
am
is
I.
fantastic.
You got
Oh,
Penny-
it's got my shirt on
I
there.
got Penny Hardaway shoes. I've got the first Jordans. I've even got my khaki shorts on.
This is freaking cool.
We'll put up some more extra pictures of these.
Oh my gosh.
Got our hats on.
I have a Funko Pop.
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay.
No.
I don't want to. Woo! Man! Yeah!
Morningside cemetery, met a man who was tall and scary.
Oh my God! I'm gonna. He's gonna get. Yes!
So much to worry, but I just can't figure out why. What's taking these bodies and crushing them down to a third size. He's a tall man, he's stronger than any normal man. He's a tall man, he's stronger than any normal man. He's a tall man.
Oh, that was too big of a bite. What did I do? For hanging in with it.
Not really fun. Well, two things. It's been fun.
Italy.
My wife's showing support. Thank you, dude. It's why can't I? Juan Watson sent 50 What? Juan Watson has donated to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. That is our first donation ever on the show. Donate. Donate. Yo, what up?
What's up, Tony? Thanks for joining us. I'm California. After I get done and do some myself. Oh, we already got a like. Kyle
Douglas, what's up?
Yeah, man. I even recorded Raw last night. What's up?
Yeah, Pat.
My Aunt Pat.
Hey guys, Aunt Pat here.
My Aunt Pat. Not your Aunt Pat. My sister's
Your mom
aunt
used to
babysit me. Yes. Discrimination.
We're the superior
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Thank you for liking the stream again.
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Mills has shared the stream. Yes! Yes, thank you, Adam. Oh,
I hate
amazing.
watching that.
Thank you. It's my favorite.
Kinds of people.
Melissa's like the
Yes.
stream.
That is my sister. That
She's
is
related to your aunt through
That is-
your mom.
that is my aunt's niece, my mom's
Mom's
daughter,
sister's
my sister,
niece.
Melissa.
I'm John Helix, and longtime friend of Cody.
Yes.
Long time friend of the show.
First time caller. Brittany said maybe
It's down! It's down! It's down! Oh my god! Woo! We're back! Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central. Thank you for joining us for 1 hour tonight. You were at our mercy. Have mercy on your souls.
I mean, they could just change it.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
What is old is new again. Your friends, your old pals are back again. The Die Cut Dudes with another new Facebook live stream coming to you from beautiful downtown Park Hills and the Die Cut Studios 2.0, still under construction. Thank you, Bob the Builder. I am known around these parts as the White Larry Bird, popping J's all day long. 3-pointer. Unlike LeBron last night, I'll win.
Wait, what?
Unlike LeBron last night,
Oh, I think you said
I will
LeBron.
win.
LeBron is out.
AKA that 90s kid who still thinks Sunny D and even the purple stuff in the fridge, the mystery purple bottle that they show in the commercial,
Yes.
is the most acceptable after school drink after school.
Okay.
Again, Die Cut Kyle.
All right, and I'm confused, but I'm here. You guys,
You got after school detention, I guess. After school.
after school. School's out for summer, so that's good.
That's true.
Very exciting for kids that aren't 40.
No 90s kids here.
No 90s kids here, and I am the Double Dipper Die Cut Cody. What is going on?
Oh, glad to be back. Place is slowly getting together. We had to kick Bob the
Slowly
Builder out.
is
We had to
true.
kick Bob the Builder out. We're about to start recording.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here, Bob.
He
Get
hasn't
out.
done anything in weeks.
Kick rocks. Get out of here.
I think actually he was just squatting in my garage. I don't think he was building anything. He
Squatting or squatter?
just both. It smells in here, so I think that's what we got.
Thank you for joining us once again. May the 23rd. May the 23rd be with you.
No, okay.
We're a little late. Star Wars Day.
What is going on here? What is happening? Doug says, "What up, dudes? What up, Doug?"
Doug, Blackstone Doug.
Blackstone
Black-
Doug
they could
from
be-
Branson.
There we go. I kind of like that.
The artist formerly known as Doug from Branson.
The artist formerly known as Blackstone. It almost sounds like a band.
That's
like
a good name.
Blackstone.
Blackstone. Yeah, just Blackstone.
Blackstone Doug.
Blackstone Doug. Just Doug.
Doug and the Blackstones.
Smells,
there's your
smells
band.
like shame and regret. Camellis Francis says, "Hey, dude, school's out
Hey.
forever for this chick. We understand."
Yeah, unfortunately, we're in the same boat.
I guess-
we're in the same boat.
You know how weird is it? You get to our age and you're like, "Man, I wish I was young enough to be back in school."
Well, I mean,
Could you imagine?
I didn't mind school so much, especially senior year, because I had all my classes done.
Right.
But at school wasn't bad. I got along with everybody in school. I kind of looked forward. It was kind of like a big social thing for me.
Yeah, see all your
Friends with
friends,
everybody.
all that good stuff.
Played
yeah.
basketball before school. Played basketball during lunch. Played basketball.
If
waiting
social
for the
time
school
hadn't been
bus.
interrupted by all that schoolwork, I wouldn't.
I
have
know if
liked
it
so
wasn't for
much.
those damn teachers
Yeah.
and all the damn work, I would have had a damn good time.
Right, exactly. They ruined it all.
So I'm gonna have to break a little silence here. A little surprise. I've been celebrating all day long.
Uh-oh.
I don't know
Is
if
that
you've been.
is that what I smell on your breath?
That's. That's. I thought vodka didn't have a smell.
Oh, okay. You were wrong.
It's.
That's what smells like shame and regret.
Today is a weird holiday.
Telling me.
That's why I said I've been celebrating all day.
Okay.
National Drinking with Chickens Day.
Oh,
So if you have some chickens out in the yard, or
drinking
even
with chickens.
drinking with chickens,
So if you like to get hammered drunk, as long as you got a chicken today, it's acceptable.
you gotta drink some wild turkey with some chickens.
So you go to the bar, you take your chicken with you, and it's okay.
Just take a chick with you.
No, chicken. You got to ditch the chick. You got to take the chicken.
How about chicken strips? I'd rather drink to get some beer battered chicken strips. There we go. That's my
Okay,
that's my flavor.
That's the only acceptable.
That's the way I'm jamming. I'm not a
Okay.
drinker. I don't own any chickens. I'll take the beer battered chicken.
So this holiday means nothing to you. Got it.
I've been celebrating all day, son.
How? How are you celebrating?
I told you.
Jeremy
Beerback
Kozik, what up, Jeremy?
Jeremy
Says,
Kozik.
Yo, homies, this is Jeremy. Please give me a shout out. Miss my hometown.
Oh.
Jeremy Kozik.
We are, luckily for you, we are still live in beautiful downtown Park Hills. We miss you, brother.
Yeah, you know,
It's still beautiful as
a lot
ever.
of summer memories with Jeremy playing basketball. Man, such
See,
good times.
My first memory of him is spending the nights at your house
Okay.
and having Halloween wars with him and Casey Kelly.
You remember? Yeah. So they came down and busted our pumpkins. So we
You had some.
remember we
You had
we,
some jack o' lanterns.
We went
carved
to my
up on your porch.
sister's room, took the screen out, and we had fireworks, and we were trying to shoot fireworks at them from the.
Shooting
That's
bottle
when the neighbor
rockets.
come out. It's not 4th of July, blah blah blah. And that's when we took a bunch of stuff out of my fridge.
That's what I was
Casey
about to
Kelly
say.
was so mad. We took barbecue sauce, everything out of the fridge, dumped it in a
Mustard,
trash
relish,
bag,
mayonnaise.
and then we went and dumped it in his driveway, and he got in trouble and had to
No,
clean
no.
it up. And
We stole one of his pumpkins. And we put all that crap inside the pumpkin, and we went on his driveway, smashed the pumpkin.
Did
and-
we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's my memory.
We
at
got him
least.
good.
But I remember he was all mad because either he was mad or his parents were mad because it like stained
He
the
was
driveway.
mad because they made him clean it because it stained the driveway. Yeah, that's why he was mad. For
We had
sure.
a great childhood.
I guess that's more of a Casey shout out. But yeah, I remember-
Jeremy was part of this.
Jeremy was a part of it. I remember for sure. That was awesome. I remember we used to the original Die Cut dudes. We used to record cassette tapes of us being goofy. I remember Jeremy listening to it, and
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
we played it for him. We felt so stupid. He's like, "No, it's actually funny."
We'd call.
We miss you, dude. Jeremy, for sure. Miss you, man.
We'd call and prank people and record it on cassette tape.
Remember we'd call Plank Road in, and like we call the bars and have one of the like waitresses. We'd pretend to be the radio. And we'd be like, "Hey, if you can answer these questions, you can win." And you could hear her like going to a quieter spot and be like, "Shut up, guys, I got it." And then we'd ask her the questions. We'll get to the last one. If you answer the last one right, you win. And she'd answer, and then we'd hang up. You never know. Did I win?
The other way we get a hold of people, remember we'd just open up the phone book and just randomly pick somebody.
Yes.
Then we'd use. I remember one of the old stupid lines was, "Is your refrigerator running?" And I can remember
don't
you
remember doing
saying that. It was either old lady or old man, and they started cussing you. And they said, "Your number's on my caller ID. I know. I can find your information." I'd you freaked out. You hung up real quick, and then I got all scared because you got scared because you were like the leader.
Gonna
of
call
us.
the cops.
You were like the leader of us, so I kind of followed you. You got all worried, so I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I don't want my mom to know. I don't want my mom
Don't
to
tell
know
my
we're pranking
mom.
people."
We should have said that to him. Don't tell our moms. Let me know if you or anybody else wants to take all these Michael Jordan cards I got off my hands. Oh, me.
I'll raise
no,
my hand.
I
on
was
that.
first. I was first.
I think my hand was coming up before
I think
your
we're
mouth
gonna
opened.
have to shoot him a message for sure.
Maybe me and Cody can Jello wrestle over this. You guys want to tune in to see that'd be on extras.
You can have them.
All right, I win.
Melissa says, "Hey yo, what up, Melissa?" Doug says it's the fun days before caller ID. The fun days before, like, nobody was in the phone book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now everybody has cell phones.
Yeah, and remember back then, people had the caller IDs. You could hook up to your phone. We had one.
We had one, yeah.
Or you could dial, was it star?
Well, you could dial *67 and block your number, and *69 was callback.
Yeah, we'd use star 67 a lot.
Yeah.
But I can remember a few times people would hit that star 69, call back because we'd hang up. And the phone would start ringing. You go, "Oh God!" You'd pick it up and then hang it up. Or
I
whatever.
remember calling Plank Road in, and we're trying to prank a couple of the waitresses, and we were pretending we were like one of the radio shows that was on.
See, I
and the
vaguely
manager gets
remember.
on, and he's like, "I listened to that show. That's not you guys." And I'm sure we were like, "Yeah, it is."
So we weren't even smart enough to make up our own show.
Yes, we were copying. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's awesome.
It was pretty bad.
We're like an AM morning radio show. We're calling you at like 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
Oh,
It was the bonus hours.
it's so funny. Another celebration today. National Lucky Penny Day. So if you find a penny, pick it up. It's your lucky day.
It's your lucky day.
I guess today is the only day where it could be heads or tails. You pick it up. It's still lucky.
Doesn't matter either way.
It doesn't matter. Usually it's supposed to be heads up, or you're supposed to flip it over and leave it for the next person. But today is National Lucky Penny Day. I bet picky. And you pick it up, heads or tails, it's your lucky
You're good
day.
to go. Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't run across any pennies today.
I didn't know. I wasn't looking. idiot.
Check those pin loafers.
I gotta start checking, man. I feel so
And also
stupid now.
today, I have a couple surprises for us right here.
Uh-oh.
Today is National Taffy Day.
Oh.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Is it-
It's
is it-
raining. It's raining taffy.
I was going, they're all gonna fall off the table.
I
Is
got you
it,
a couple pieces of taffy.
Is it banana?
This is creamsicle.
Oh,
Orange creamsicle.
creamsicle.
This is like
Creamsicles.
the best known taffy. Saltwater taffy is life.
It's life?
You see those.
So you see those
You
stickers,
see
and
those
that's what you
stickers
think
on the
of?
back of cars.
Everybody's
and
like
trucks.
Salt Life, and you're like, oh, it's
I've always thought I
Talking
would
about
love to have a
taffy.
saltwater taffy life.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt. Saltwater taffy is life, or just saltwater taffy life.
I would actually love one of those. That's always my first thought
That's
when I
pretty
see
good.
those. When I see those stickers on the back of the truck, saltwater taffy. That's all I ever think.
This is a bad idea. That's very good.
no.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm just gonna eat one of the two.
Melissa says Finn going
She's speaking English.
S Penny. It's Spanish. My bad. Finn going S Penny at Home Depot.
What?
Hang on, Finn.
Maybe her
Finn-
son,
Finn
my nephew
going-
Finn, found a penny at Home Depot.
Finn found a penny at Home Depot yesterday and was telling everyone in the store it was his lucky day. Awesome.
He was a day
He
early.
was a day early. And Doug said yes. I think about the taffy. Maybe I'm not sure.
He's got to be that
Finn
saltwater.
going S Penny. I'm gonna make that shirt as well. Finn going S Penny.
I'll take that bumper sticker.
That would be a good one.
Also, today is World, not National, but World Turtle Day.
I was mowing the other day and found a turtle in my backyard.
did you really?
Yeah. He's a big boy. He was like that big.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I crushed his dad a couple years ago. I didn't see him. I was yeah.
Have you ever ran over a turtle in a car?
Well, I did it on a lawnmower. It was way worse than a car.
I couldn't imagine on a lawnmower.
I felt awful. I was like, man.
I felt awful a few years ago. I ran over one on the bridge in Deloge going across. Mm-hmm. And
You gotta be careful. You slice your tire.
yeah, that's what I found out later.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I didn't see it till the last second. I couldn't even swerve or anything.
Right.
I don't know what he's doing up on a bridge, first of all.
Trying to get across it till you ended his life.
But it ramped my whole car up.
Oh,
And then
geez.
by the time the back wheel hit, I felt the front wheel kind of did the bump.
Yeah.
But then the back wheel I was like,
Oh.
like I
So he
was-
made it through the first one.
first speed bump,
Second one, no
speed
good.
bump. Then I
Finesse
felt
found
terrible.
Finesse.
And
Finn going S Penny.
finish it.
Yeah, I feel bad squashing a turtle. It
Yeah.
sucks.
I did that, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I seen Master Splinter run up with the
He's
soup
scooping
bowl
him
and
up.
scooped it up. He's gonna make turtle soup afterwards.
Oh, that's dangerously close to cannibalism. I think.
It's no, it's Master. Did I say Splinter?
Well, you did. I know.
Oh,
he's,
I meant Shredder.
oh, okay. You said Master Splinter. I'm like,
Well, I mean, he's a rat though.
that's why I said dangerously close.
Okay,
I mean,
I got
it's
you.
like his children. You know,
got you.
like it's pretty bad.
I gotcha.
Snapping turtles don't like golf ball retrievers. They tend to bite and hard to let go. That's awesome. Kyle Douglas. What up,
could
Kyle
imagine
Douglas?
You went to the zoo the other day, and
I saw that.
they didn't have the big old 1,000-year-old turtles out in the display. The great big huge ones you could tell is like 500 years old.
What do you mean they didn't have them out?
They weren't like out in the grass. Like I don't know where they were.
Maybe they was just chilling, sleeping or
Yeah, I
something.
guess they were still inside their little habitat area, but
I saw the polar bear was like very
Oh,
active.
man.
That's my favorite creature in the world is a polar bear.
so I'm a big panda bear fan, and our local zoo does not have a panda
Right,
bear.
right.
But
But the
yeah,
polar bear was
every
like
year,
going to town.
Since they've had that new exhibit with the polar bear, they got the big glass and the water
Yeah.
is on the glass. So whenever he gets in the water, he's right there as you seen in my video. Every year I've went since they've had that new display, he's never ever
Yeah,
been in
they're
that
never
water.
active. Yeah.
Every time I go, he's always laying in the grass asleep.
right.
And I get so mad because I always see people on Facebook posting videos and pictures. Oh, I went to the zoo and I see the polar bear in the water.
Yeah, the polar bear was doing stuff, and
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, never. And we went the other day. There he was right there. And the thing was huge.
yeah, yeah.
It got right up, I was right there on the glass. I was like, this is amazing.
That's awesome.
And then as soon as we left and we walked, because it's kind of an indoor little area where the glass is with the water.
Right.
We walked out and around the sides where it's got all the other windows to see inside his little habitat area where I'm used to seeing him in the grass. It wasn't 2 minutes after we left that he got out of the water and he was walking up on the rocks.
He's
I
like,
was like,
and I'm done.
I was like, I'm so glad we was here when we did. 'Cause
That's
it was,
awesome.
It was amazing.
Well, that's the problem with the
Thing's
zoo is you
huge.
typically go in the summertime, and polar bears are not a warm weather animal, so that's why
always
they're always not doing anything.
sleeping in the grass.
Right, because it's hot out, you know.
Man, I was so excited.
Jamie said poor turtles. Yeah, that's Kyle be murdering turtles.
You ran over one with the
I
lawnmower.
don't think I said that. Melissa said last time we went, he was jumping with the kids. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that'd be a pretty awesome
That's
interacting
fantastic. Yeah, I bet Finn going as Penny when that happened.
finish show.
Finish show.
El Penny.
Let's talk about LeBron James and the Lakers. I'm not even a LeBron hater. I do think Jordan's the greatest
am.
of all time.
I hate LeBron.
And I think LeBron is a whiner and a flopper and a baby, but his numbers do speak, volume. But I'm happy for the Denver Nuggets, man.
first time ever.
First time ever. I didn't realize that.
I was gonna say the same thing. I never realized the Nuggets. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of NBA since I was in high
Same.
schoolish.
It's been a long time since I've
I'll
followed it.
flash
really.
in and out and watch some certain games,
Right.
and I never realized Denver's never been. I
Crazy.
would have known that as a kid because
Right.
they were always one of those crappy teams.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
so
yeah,
is also
Dikembe Mutombo.
well. Even after him, I know they had like Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
He was the only
He
name
just
I knew.
retired,
Yeah,
right?
I did just see
he
that.
just retired.
He's one that I always knew on the Nuggets, and I knew he was a big leader, and I just never realized that Denver had never made it to the.
It was
playoffs, or to the
surprising.
finals.
So I mean,
Has the other side been set yet? Who they're
no,
playing?
it's Kyle Douglas can tell us. It's Miami Heat and the Celtics.
Celtics, yeah.
And the Heat should win that. So it's going to be Heat and Nuggets. I'm going to watch all those games. I'm excited about
Well,
that.
I've watched a little bit. I watched a lot of the games, the Golden State and LA
Yeah,
games.
I did
And that was
too.
because of you. You mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I really like Steph Curry, even though I'm not a huge NBA fan anymore, like I used to be as a kid.
Right. I'm trying. Like I keep trying
And-
to get back into it.
I was like, man, I've always liked Steph Curry. He's not like LeBron. He's not always out there like being Mr. Showbiz, and he's like apparently one of the greatest like
Oh, he's the greatest.
like
he's the
shooters.
greatest shooter of all
yeah,
time.
which is amazing, because the era we grew up in,
Yeah.
they had the 50 greatest NBA players at that point,
Right.
and like 3/4 of that roster was still playing active while
Right.
we were watching.
Yeah, I kind of, you know what I wish? The last 20 years didn't really watch
Yeah,
NBA.
same.
And again, here I am saying I'm not a LeBron fan, and I'm not. But I hate, we had Jordan and Kobe, and then right along the end of that was the other greatest player of all time, and I didn't watch his whole career.
Who's that?
LeBron.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, because
okay.
you had Jordan, Kobe,
Yeah.
that era that we watched.
See,
And
I
then right
stopped-
after that was LeBron, and it's like I missed his whole career.
Yeah.
And I missed a lot of good basketball, and I'm like, man, I wish I had watched. And that's why recently I started watching again. I missed, so much
Mm-hmm.
good basketball, and the Bulls, the 70,
72-10.
72 and 10, and then
That was my team right
and
there,
then the
man.
Golden State Warriors actually then they beat that
by
record.
one game.
And I didn't ever watch them play at their peak,
Yeah.
So, anyways, long story short, I'm trying to watch it again now because I'm like, I'm missing a lot of good sports.
Which is funny you say that because I was saying how when we were kids, the Denver Nuggets were never
right.
great.
Yeah.
They had a little good run there when they almost beat Houston Rockets in the
Yeah.
playoffs, and that whole was that like 97-ish 6. But
Is that the year the Rockets went to the finals?
Yeah.
So that would have been
Won.
the year the Rockets beat the Orlando Magic in the finals. They swept them. So
yeah. But I
Screw
can
the
always
Rockets.
remember Golden State Warriors was one of those terrible teams when we were kids that never did anything. They had a few star players. They had the Chris Mullins, the Latrell Sprewells.
that was a team like I never cared about.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
just
what I'm
didn't.
saying. It's like
Yeah.
they were just there. They were like an okay team.
Yeah.
But it's like now they're one of the powerhouse teams, which
Right.
is amazing.
Right.
But it's how a lot of sports teams are in all the different leagues. As a kid,
You finally getting that turnover of the teams that were always bad.
and all those good teams that we knew as kids are terrible. Like the Chicago Bulls, like
They're
you just said,
garbage.
for instance.
Now the Magic were never like they had their short run, but they're awful now.
yeah.
I'm trying to get back into basketball. That's my team, always will be, and I'm like, oh gosh, these guys are so hard to watch.
And I think that's why it's hard for me to get back into basketball because I was always that diehard Bulls fan.
And you don't have Jordan.
And,
And
well-
the truth is, without Jordan, it's hard to watch. It
Well,
really is.
Well, it's not like they even had like Derrick Rose. a
But
few
that's
years
all
ago.
they had. You know?
Yeah, and it's just like, and they're one of them really terrible teams. I'm
Right.
like, that was my team to watch. That was my home team.
Right.
And if I can't really watch them, that's why I've kind of lost interest.
I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm like, just because my team's bad,
Yeah.
I'll start rooting for them, and start anyways. So, we got a lot here. Let's see. Kyle says 3-0 Heat, Game 4 tonight. Jamie said Celtics. That hurt seeing that go down like that. It was Jamie. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Michael Porter Jr. Baby says Joe. Oh, it's Joe Bates. What up,
Hey,
dude?
what's up, Joe? Thanks for
Kyle
stopping in.
says Celtics take a game tonight, I think, and maybe get Game 5. I don't think they can win 4 in a row against the Heat unless Butler just goes ice cold. Have you seen the stuff where they say Butler is Michael Jordan's illegitimate kid?
Oh, I seen a picture.
That
You saying
picture
that?
is crazy. They
Yeah.
do look just like each other. Have you watched the remake of White Man Can't Jump? I can't watch that. I love the original.
There's a remake of that?
It just came out. I think it's on Hulu, and they remade it. And the original's so good.
See, honestly, I plead the fifth on here because I'm not sure if I've ever really watched the original one. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Well, then if
I
I were
don't know
you,
if I've sat down and watched
watch
the
the new one and then watch the old one and let me
Okay.
know what you think. I'm curious. Jeremy says, I'm pretty sure Steve Kerr still has the best percentage from the perimeter. That I don't know. That's probably true.
And the crazy thing is, he's one of the coaches now. He's Steve Kerr.
Oh yeah, of the Golden State Warriors, right?
Yeah, it's like
Of
of all the
the best
basketball
teams ever.
players growing up, I would never envisioned Steve Kerr being one of the.
really?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really?
Yeah. I remember I picked the San Antonio Spurs to win the championship, all based off the fact that he went to that team, and boom, I called it.
I remember that
I
actually.
did. I was young and couldn't bet. So, Magic have a bunch of young guys that are coming up, but they're probably 2 to 3 years away from competing. Yeah, and anytime they have somebody halfway decent, it seems like we start to lose them.
Doug's fired me, I believe, because I've never seen White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm really surprised I
That's
haven't
fair.
seen that.
Cal says they had Nick Van Exel.
Is he talking about?
Jamie says go into it with an open mind. I can't watch it. I can't do it. Without a doubt, don't go in thinking it's going to be anything like the original Can't Jump. You let me know.
Well, if you can't go and watch the thing, it's going to be anything like. I was like, why would they even call it that?
Well, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. But I think he's saying if you want to give it a fair shot,
Yeah.
don't compare it.
I will try to do that by next Tuesday.
Nick Van Exel on Golden State. Yeah, that's right.
So I remember Nick Van Exel on the Lakers. I remember having his rookie
yeah,
cards.
I kind of remember that.
That's when I think of Nick Van Exel, I think of Lakers.
Yeah, I was so bummed. Orlando was looking for a new head coach, and they were interviewing. I remember that.
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway was
I
going to
remember you
go
telling me
interview,
this.
and I was like,
That'd
the
be
stars are aligning. Like I was
Can you
trying to.
imagine that?
Yeah. Oh man, I was so excited.
Shaq signed would be the water boy. And took some to Kobe.
Seems like. Count the rings. Does Steve Kerr count the rings? Does Steve Kerr has as a player and coach
Yeah.
severely underrated, like so many other point guards were. Of course, there was a time where Michael Jordan gave Steve Kerr a black eye while training for the Olympics.
Oh, really?
That's fantastic. I don't know if I know that story.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've heard that one.
that's awesome. I love Steve Kerr. I liked it back in the day, and the fact that he's coaching one of the greatest teams
I
ever.
mean, of course, I was a big Steve Kerr fan because he was on my Bulls.
Right.
The only Bulls player I hated during that 72-10 team, do you remember?
Ron Harper.
Ron Harper. And the reason I hated number 9 Ron Harper, because to me, he was a big Michael Jordan butt kisser.
I mean, it's Michael Jordan.
I mean, I get that. But it just seemed like he was always like, if there was ever like an after game interview, there was clips like in the back after game, before a game, or even out on the golf course.
Right.
I can remember there's Ron Harper like side by side, like,
Right,
trying
right.
to be his best buddy, which I totally get now as an adult and thinking like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would be trying to ride his coattails and be his best friend. That's
Right.
Michael freaking Jordan.
Keep me on this team,
But I
baby.
can remember like watching some kind of clip. I think it may have been like on NBA Inside stuff with Rashad.
Oh, I missed that.
Was it Rashad?
Ahmad Rashad.
Ahmad Rashad. And I can remember Ahmad Rashad driving a golf cart. Michael Jordan is riding shotgun. And Ron Harper's running behind a golf cart and jumps on the back. And I'm like, there's freaking Ron Harper
Ron
again.
Harper again. Let's see. Doug says Harper was a joke to that team. Jamie
And he was
says
a
it's hard
starter,
to
too.
get through, especially since Standard with Snipes and what he said. Yeah.
Do you remember on that 72-10 Bulls team who I can't say my favorite, but one of my dark horse favorites on that team was?
I
I was a big Rodman fan. I was a big Pippen fan. I was a big Jordan fan.
It seems like he used to love. I'm probably wrong on this, but I would say Luke Longley.
Oh, wrong white guy. Tony Kukoc.
So
Tony Kukoc has disappeared from this world, from Croatia. The man from Croatia. I was a huge Tony Kukoc fan. What is somebody
Jeremy
say?
says, "How dare you? Ron contributed more than he was recognized."
I hate
How
Ron Harper.
dare you, sir?
I still hate Ron Harper.
Joe says, "Since we're on basketball, have you seen Champions yet?"
I have not.
What is Champions?
Joe will inform us. I have not seen Champions.
And my dad says, "Hey, dudes, looking good. What up, Dad?
Dad 2.0.
What's going on?" Harper was a role player, basically there to be the fifth option on that starting five.
I mean, I'm not complaining. He was a good player, and he did what he needed to do on the team.
Listen,
I hated him because he's a
there's
Jordan
only one way
Buckisser.
Jordan was getting relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Ron Harper played his role.
Harper was filling in big time.
Love Kukoc, says Jeremy. Jimmy
Yes.
says wrong. Well, yeah, LOL, wrong white guy. How many bench players can you make on that? How many? Maybe name on that Bulls team is. What
Oh
he
my
means.
gosh, I would have to sit here and think, but it'd be like
I-
Kukoc, be Brian Williams, Judd Nelson, or not Judd Nelson, Judd.
Apatow.
No, it was Judd something. Who else is on there? Dickie Simpkins. I'd really have to sit here and think. But at one point, I could name like that whole Bulls team.
Yeah, I mean you were diehard back then.
I collected all their cards too.
I was not. I was Orlando.
I remember
so-
I would like trade.
And the 1 year Jordan was out, Orlando had their shot and got swept in the
Oh,
finals.
that
so
hurt. That hurt.
I was so
I was rooting for you too. I was
was
rooting
so
for them
bummed.
because I'm a big Shaq fan.
right.
He was my big non-Bulls fandom guy.
I hated the Rockets because like those guys weren't cool. Like Clyde Drexler, he looked like he was 80 when he was 40,
They kind of built this
30, whatever he was.
beforehand super team there.
And Olajuwon was not cool. Now, looking back, Olajuwon, I didn't realize how amazing he was.
Hakeem or Hakeem are you talking about?
What?
Remember, at first he was Hakeem Olajuwon, and then into his NBA career, he added an H to the beginning. It was named Hakeem Olajuwon.
Fantastic. So Hakeem Olajuwon, I didn't realize how amazing it was, and Clyde Drexler. I couldn't name anybody else from that team.
Well, didn't they add Charles Barkley?
At some point, but I don't think it was that season.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think he was on there for
because
that.
he never won a ring.
Yeah,
Maybe it was that
so
following
it wouldn't
year.
have been. And
Yeah, Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell, that's
He
the
was
other
always.
guy. Yeah.
I always remember him because my dad would always make fun of him when I'd I'd always get packs of cards, and it's like I always pulled a Sam Cassell
Yeah,
card.
you didn't want Sam Cassell.
And my
yeah.
dad would always laugh and call him Sam Casserole. That was always
That sounds about right. Yeah.
It was always like my dad's dad joke.
Right,
Sam
right.
Casserole.
Barkley was after they won their 2 rings. Rockets had Cassell, Hakeem Drexler, Bogshot, Robert Horry.
Robert Horry was one I just popped in my mind.
Yep. Malone and Stockton were great in Utah as
Didn't
well.
they have Rasheed Wallace?
And see, Malone and Stockton reminded me also of Hakeem and Drexler. To me, they were not cool,
Yeah.
right? So
He
amazing
had
players.
the cool mailman nickname, and that was about all
Yeah.
I had. And his 50 kids or whatever this came
Well,
out
it was-
over time.
It was underage. Yeah. Woody Harrelson movie is basically Hoosiers with special needs. Funny stuff.
Oh, yes. I know what he's talking about. I think it's
still
on Netflix or Hulu or Peacock or something.
Just name
Yes.
all of them.
Well, I actually have that saved on my favorites. I forgot
Okay.
that was the name of it. Yes, I actually have that saved. I have not got to watch it yet.
I guess I need to see that.
Yes,
It's on Prime. You didn't name that one.
it's on. It's also on something else because I don't have Prime anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking maybe Peacock.
Everybody says it's hilarious. On the Jazz, don't forget Jeff Hornacek. Yep. Tom Gugliotta.
Ooh.
Met him in Hooters.
The old
Him
Washington
and,
Bullet.
Remember we met him and Kevin Garnett in Hooters.
And Terry Porter.
I don't remember Terry Porter.
I remember because I had a basketball card of him and he refused to sign it.
Oh, really?
He goes, I don't sign basketball cards.
Was that in Hooters?
That was
The day after?
the day after.
When
Yeah,
we're-
okay.
When Stephen Marbury come running out and everybody's yelling at him? Yes, it's on Peacock as well. Tom Gugliotta on the Bullets. At the time, he was on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Kyle Douglas.
To me,
We know because the Timberwolves were in town.
to
and
play
we were sitting there eating it, and I turned around and I'm like, it's Tom Gugliotta. How in the world do I recognize Tom Gugliotta?
me and Cody were sitting at Hooters in Union Station
Yes.
with my dad. We were there eating lunch or something.
It was dinner time, yeah.
And yeah, in comes Tom Gugliotta, and Cody goes, "Where's Tom Gugliotta?" And then somebody else walks in, and then we're like, "It's Kevin Garnett! Kevin Garnett at Hooters!"
Freaking out. So they're all we have to get signed. I think your dad had some golf balls, and he sent us.
Sounds
We
about
go
right.
back up with golf balls, and Kevin Garnett's like in the back, and all the Hooters girls are around him, of course. And we're trying to get these. He's like, "No, I'll get you guys
Not to be
later."
confused with Karl Malone.
Yeah, no, they were all of age, and he would not sign our golf balls.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that's when Chris Carr was on the team, because the next day we were getting
Yes.
autographs, and Chris Carr had stopped to talk to your dad.
That's a card I need to pick up. Local legend.
Need a local like Chris Carr. Working on some future stuff, maybe some ideas here. So
Yeah,
I
I
need a
forgot
Chris
all
Carr.
about that. Yeah, because I think me and you both got a card signed by him.
Kyle Douglas, you might be thinking of Greg Ostertag. No,
a-
it's Tom
Is
Gugliotta.
that's a jazz player. I remember.
At one time, I could tell you every player from every team. I might have forgotten about 90% of them, but I loved watching them come together as a team and everyone contributed. I'm stuck in it. Stuck in the 90s. That's Jeremy. You're not wrong. We are too, bud.
Same way, especially NBA basketball. Like what you say, like 92 to 96. I bet me and you could probably name just like Jeremy said, like at that
It's
moment
kind of
in
it's kind
time.
of like fantasy football now.
Yeah,
Like
you get named all the Seattle SuperSonics.
we were such diehard fans that you just knew all the teams, like all the players.
Well, it's like we.
And now, with
Back then we collected, we'd try to get all the magazines, the Sports Illustrated for kids. We'd pick up the Beckett Basketball Monthly Trading Card magazine.
Right.
We'd go to Walmart or wherever and buy all these basketball packs. We'd have all these cards. It's like we knew everybody everywhere. We'd watch all the games.
Yeah, everything.
NBA Inside stuff on Saturday
remember-
morning. I used to love.
we did do a fantasy basketball one time in middle school, remember? And you had to get on the news in the morning to
was
see your
tough.
players' stats.
That was tough back then.
because there was no other way to see
There was
them.
not
you
really
know?
I don't really think the internet was. Sounds really weird. The internet was around, or
It was very early.
maybe America Online.
Yeah.
I know America Online definitely.
But we're talking, I mean, maybe even before that, because we're talking mid 90s, early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
So I remember the computer lab in high school, like, you go mess with that. But
That's what's funny. Like talking to my daughter about stuff like this. I was telling her I happened to have. I think it may have been a Lakers Golden State game on a week or two ago when she was over. And I flipped it on to see the score and kind of watched it for a few minutes. And I didn't want to bore her, so I didn't have it on long.
right.
And a lot of these guys now have like the short shorts that we used to make fun
Oh,
of, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys in the 70s wearing.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, all the players that we grew up watching, like in the 90s, like Michael Jordan and stuff, I said, everybody had big, long, baggy
Right.
shorts. I said, I can't imagine people wearing shorts like that, playing in those. Like, it just kind of blows my mind
Right.
watching them. And she didn't understand. I had to pull up a photo or video. And she's like, oh, I see. She's like, kind of like how you wear yours. And I kind of laughed. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm stuck in
I
the
guess
90s.
that's right,
I mean,
yeah.
but it's so funny because it was like Jordan and it was the Fab Four from Michigan
Yeah.
that kind of brought those baggy shorts into style during the 90s. And apparently they're not in style anymore. Color me silly for,
I mean, yeah, they're not as long as they used to be. I mean, they're still baggy, but not like they were.
But then 2 nights ago, it made me laugh even more on that same subject. There was a commercial for one of the insurance companies, I think it was, they talked about I think it was during a basketball game. They had a basketball commercial on. They said, "What if today's players dress in baggy shorts like they did back in the '90s or whatever?" And they showed basketball players on the court, and they had these extra long. They almost looked like Jinko jeans on them. They were going down the court and they were still dribbling between their
Oh, my
legs.
gosh.
And they said some kind of funny comment, and then they cut to the crowd. Jalen Rose is sitting in the crowd. He goes, "I like it," or something like that. And I was like,
Oh, that's fantastic.
it was funny how they were making fun of our fashion from the '90s.
Doug says NBA Jam, baby, classic.
Love NBA Jam.
Jamie says Muggsy and Grandma Ma, yes.
Grandma Ma. It's kind of a forgotten thing now.
Oh, I've been seeing a lot. Of course, I'm in groups, 80s and 90s groups, but a lot of people have been posting about Larry Johnson and the Grandma Ma.
Have you seen what he
stuff.
looks like now?
I guess
I've
not.
seen pictures recently from the last year or two when he would been like making autograph appearances. He's all like, I wouldn't even say salt and pepper hair. It's almost like all gray.
Oh, yeah.
Does not even look like himself anymore. I'm like, Grandma Ma actually looks like Grandpa Paul now. I'm like,
Right.
I was
A
mind
lot
blown.
less makeup required to get,
Oh, I was
to
so
get the job
sad.
done.
I think he was actually on an episode of Urkel, wasn't he? As Grandma Ma.
Yeah.
I want to say he was on
I
Family
think
Matters
so.
as Grandma Ma at one point.
Sean Kemp, powerhouse, Gary Payton, all around playmaker, deadlift
Deadlift
shrimp.
Shrimp.
I had a trading card of Barkley as a 76er boxing out Larry Bird. I'm thinking it was
Oh,
from
nice.
92. Good luck with the show. You got me hooked. You guys rock the web. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, dude. Loved NBA Jam. Do you remember the commercial when he needed Jordans to get home from a strange world as Grandma Ma?
Oh, no.
I don't think I remember that. Yeah, he was. We just watched that episode the other day, said Melissa. So
That's so funny.
that's what I loved about. Well, thinking back on it, that's what I love about the '90s. You had Grandma Ma, you had, of course, Penny, Little Penny.
Uh-huh.
You had
Everybody was kind of had a character,
had,
like
characters
like
and-
fun.
nowadays. It's all like you see a commercial rocking what shoes are they? It's just so commercial.
Yeah,
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
And it's not as fun. Everybody's just trying to be cool, which I know back then they were
Shaq
too.
and all the
but-
Pepsi commercials,
Yeah,
like doing funny things. I
right.
mean, it's
The
almost
McDonald's
like
commercials with like
Yes.
Jordan and Bird.
yeah, like over the scoreboard, off the back row. Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed so much more fun. Now it's all ego
Yeah, back then, it almost seems like now everything is more money driven. And
more obviously
proper, like-
obviously money driven. Back then it was too, but we didn't know it. You know,
well, I mean,
they were trying to sell to kids. You know,
Yeah.
so but it was just more fun.
times have changed, brother.
I saw a thing with Penny Hardaway. He was
Speaking of Penny Hardaway, check out these pennies.
he was going to buy shoes. Actually, there's a cool
Segway, look at Cody's shoes.
a cool YouTube channel where celebrities and stuff go into this place to buy shoes and they give a backstory and all this. It's really cool. I need to find it and send the link to everybody.
Or if it's Slobby Robbie.
It was not.
Do you know Slobby Robbie?
No, but I know it's not that because it was more. It was I can't.
You need
Anyways,
to check out his social media stuff. Slobby Robbie. You
but
would appreciate
he was going in to buy these shoes and he was giving the backstory to how Little Penny came about and how Chris Rock ended up doing that. And they didn't want Chris Rock at first. It was actually somebody else.
Oh, really?
And the person that they wanted.
Couldn't imagine not being Chris Rock.
Exactly. I guess the money wasn't good enough or something like that. Well, Chris Rock was kind of struggling at the time.
Yeah.
And so it ended up being like, it's what relaunched Chris Rock. And it's also like without his voice as Little Penny, it wouldn't have been the same.
No, not at all.
It was a pretty cool story, but I just found that kind of fascinating about how that came about.
So speaking of that, of sports, basketball, I sent you a screenshot today. There's going to be a local trading card show. Was in 2 weeks?
I think, yeah, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
I'm super excited. It's free admission. Anybody local. It's going to be at the Farmington VFW Hall, which is kind of funny. It's in the VFW Hall. I probably should just pull it up on my phone.
I'm listening, but I'm also
I think it's
trying
like
to find
9
this.
a.m. to 6 p.m., which I thought was like super long for, especially like a very first card show.
That's a long.
I think like
long
2
day.
p.m. should probably be a cutoff because I think everybody's going to be there. We'll be there in the first few hours, and then it's going to be a
Yeah.
slow trickle. Especially like I said, very first time this is going on around here in years. I can remember as a small kid going to card shows around here.
Yeah.
Like my dad would set up. Like I can actually remember over at Red Cedar Lodge when it first opened. I'm guessing early '90s. I used to have card shows there because I can
Okay.
remember going with Dad and while he'd be like set up, me and my sister would just kind of walk around, just
Right.
do whatever. Which is kind of funny thinking of Red Cedar Lodge now.
Well, yeah, but
But
I
it
don't.
was-
I think they're closed now.
You know, I think they've got new ownership and they're going to open up
Back up.
as a nice hotel and not like the crackhead place it turned
Good
out to
luck
be.
with that.
But yeah, this not this coming up Saturday. I think me and you have talked about. We're going to
I
try to
think
go
we're gonna run over there, check it out.
check out the card. It said on the ad, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Farmington VFW Hall, and it had like Pokemon cards, it had sports cards, it had wrestling cards, it had like all this stuff listed. I'm like, that's like a wide variety for people.
I'm very excited.
They said at least 30 vendors. I think is what. Let me look.
Card
at the ad
shows
real quick.
are so much different now because of how much the hobby's changed. That I'm curious as to
Okay, here's the ad.
how easy it is to find, deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there stuff going to be outrageous? Like, I'm very curious about this.
Over 30 vendor tables, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, wrestling, MMA, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Marvel, DC, anime, and Garbage Pail Kids. Kind of interesting.
I'm excited. It's a shame that it finally comes along when I have pretty much gotten out of the hobby. I'm like,
I still,
Where was all this when I was
yeah.
deep into it,
Yeah.
and having to do everything online? I did a ton of breaks online and stuff.
And it said, I think
Live
on
breaks
the,
on
yeah,
there,
they're
yeah.
gonna have some live breaks. They're gonna have door prize giveaways. I think there's actually a costume contest. You have to entries free to
Hey,
go
make
into
sure you
the
show up dress up as a die cut dude.
But it was a $10 fee to be in the costume contest. So I'm guessing all that money will go to the winner.
You probably.
But it said like you dress up as your favorite sports athlete, or I forget what the other thing was.
Well, I guess at this point I could dress up as John Candy from Cool Runnings. I think that's the only athlete I qualify for right now. So
I was like, where are you going with this?
I was trying to think. I'm like, well, what fat guy? That's all I got.
Give it time.
That's all I got. So yeah,
So I have a
we're gonna
couple,
go by there.
I got a couple taste tests.
Oh, okay.
New items have come out into fruition into this world that I have discovered. Newly fresh to the market. I'm excited to try.
Okay.
Hopefully you're excited to try. Be sure and wet your whistle before we
Color
start.
me excited. Doug says butterbean. Yeah, but I'm not like I'd have to like shave my head and stuff.
Get one of the bald.
Get a bald cap, shave my beard.
You could be yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. Moving on.
So, freeze dried candies is the new thing in this world.
Are you broken?
You opened your mouth like you were gonna say something.
Because you did. You were like, and I was like,
Freeze dried. I got some.
Then you
I got a
paused.
new. You Nat over there. I got some new freeze dried Skittles. I am super excited. I broke these open a week or so ago because Caitlin was dying to try some. She was with me. I was gonna buy a couple bags, one for her, one for us to try in here. But at $5 a bag, I was like, Daddy's
We'll
Daddy's
just-
buying one
we'll
bag.
just crack this one open. And
So this one's already pre-opened, as you see. But yeah, new freeze-dried candies are like the thing. Last weekend, they had a farmer's market in Park Hills. That's when we went to the zoo, so I wasn't able to go. Somebody here locally has started doing their own freeze-dried candies.
Oh.
They had Skittles. They had, I'm trying to think of what else this person had listed. So
gonna have to check that out.
I remember messaging. I commented on their post, and they don't have a Facebook page or anything. I think I screenshotted the name of the lady's name that does it. So I'm gonna have to try to get us hooked up with some of these freeze dried candies
some of
to
these
try.
freeze-dried, yeah.
She had like all sorts of different candies. I was like, oh,
Cool.
and they were a lot cheaper than this. I guess because maybe this is official. How would
Just
you
realized it says
pronounce it?
For Skizzle.
For Skizzle.
Yeah.
Original for Skizzle, the freeze dried Skittles. Let's try these
For
babies.
Skizzle, my dizzle.
I don't know if anybody's even interested. Skittles is probably my all-time favorite candy. Look at those things. They look beautiful. Grab what you want. Do you have a favorite color? All Skittles to me pretty much
Probably
taste the same.
green, but really,
Unless
I
you get the
don't-
purple bag. The purple bag is my favorite.
purple's the best.
But here's what they look like. I don't know.
Smells like a Skittle.
I don't know how good the view is from here. Trying to get a little delay here to see what they look like.
Oh yeah, because I have the other.
There you
screen
go.
pulled up. They are weird looking. They just look like almost like popcorn.
Oh,
like
that's a good way
like
to
it's
put it.
exploded,
Like
you
a
know?
half popped kernel.
Yeah.
A popcorn kernel. They're all like the sugar stuff. I guess is coming.
I guess it's just coming out. Yeah.
I'm ready to pop these. I got three of them.
do
I got
it.
3 different colors: orange, purple, yellow. Oh, they're crunchy like a Cheeto.
Yeah, they're very crunchy.
Oh, there's that taste.
So they taste really good. My problem is what I love about Skittles.
Look at this one. This one completely popped out.
I love Skittles. I love the texture and like how they
Oh
get
my
that
gosh, these are really good.
chew to them, you know. So these, no, I'm good. These taste just like Skittles. They're perfect.
Oh,
But rather than the crunch, I want the chew.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't like these better than a regular Skittle, do you?
I don't know. These flavors like
crazy.
really. These flavors
Crazy.
are like really bursting out.
I mean, they are good. I do like it.
I think I don't know. That's a tough decision if I,
I need
like
that
these
chew,
more.
bro. I need the chew.
I definitely give that a thumbs up. You give that a thumbs up or
I mean,
that
like,
was. All right, let me
Very
wet your
delicious.
whistle. Wet your whistle.
did you? Jeremy says, did you guys know that Skittles are all the same exact flavor? They just have a different candy coating on this side.
I mean, to me, they
That
all
makes
taste the same,
that makes sense.
except for the different flavored bags. Like
It-
I like the purple bags, which is like tropical. I think.
Yeah, it's tropical.
My all-time favorite candy is the purple
might-
bag Skittles.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
green is like sour, I think.
Yeah,
So I think it is.
but I totally agree. If that's a fact or whatever,
yeah, because the inside
feel
of
that
them
way.
all taste the same. It's
Yeah.
just the shell that has a little
the
bit
color.
different.
You know, some people like they add M&Ms that go through and they separate. Have you seen that? They'll like dump the whole bags out and they'll separate.
Yeah,
all
they'll
the
separate
colors.
which ones.
I remember my sister used to do that as a kid. It used to drive me crazy.
Oh no! What,
I'm like, just grab them and eat them.
my daughter's the same way. She has to pick like the colors, and I'm like, yeah, I eat like 3 or 4 at a time. I don't care what, like
Yeah.
just pop them in. Like,
But also, my sister would dissect all of our cheeseburgers and stuff when we get them like from McDonald's. I remember as a kid, we'd go home. She'd like dissect. She'd like pull the burger off, pull the cheese off. She'd eat like each thing like one at a time. I remember that as
What?
a kid. I don't think she probably does it anymore.
that's insanity. The green
Insanity.
M&Ms are the best, says Melissa.
Speaking of M&Ms, I got some new M&Ms to try this week.
Oh,
This has not been opened.
now this is interesting.
Orange vanilla cream, which is maybe my favorite, one of my favorite flavors.
That's-
Dreamsicle.
You can't ever go wrong with the
I
Dreamsicle.
mean, I even have pretty much a Dreamsicle energy drink tonight. Rain. I've never had it before until tonight. This is amazing.
You said rain, and I can't help but think of, remember the movie Along Came Polly,
Yeah.
where what's his face is like rain dance, and he's
Jack Black.
no,
Uh,
the guy that died.
oh yeah, from heroin or whatever.
Yeah, I can't use that from heroin. Yeah, from heroin over.
Trying to say that.
But he keeps saying like rain dance. Somebody put LeBron's face on that where he's bricking all. Dude, I died. It was so good. Melissa said, shamefully, I still do it sometimes. Pizza's always dissected.
See,
What are
I
you
remember
doing?
her as a kid. It's so funny. She still does that.
Tony says, I'm late, but I made it, dudes. Tony!
What's up, Tony? We're
Tony.
doing a little taste testing here. We've been talking about a lot of 90s basketball. We're now to the taste testing portion of the program. You want to crack this baby open?
Sure.
We got some new Dreamsicle M&Ms. Dreamsicle, like I said, is probably one of my favorite flavors of like I'm a big vanilla fan. I love orange. So, I mean, it's just kind of a given. Dreamsicle, anything is like my favorite. Dreamsicle and Bomb Pop are like my favorite.
Oh, it smells like chocolate.
Is it just M&M? Well, they're orange and white M&Ms. We'll give the
Yeah, you
viewers-
can't go wrong with Dreamsicle
Okay,
flavor.
everybody put on your 3D glasses, your Die Cut Deuce official 3D glasses. Here is the,
It's like, oh,
right here. Okay, grab a couple of each. I need another white. Hold on. White Larry Bird needs another white.
See, this is another one of those cases where I don't really care about the color.
Well, I think the white may be vanilla and the orange may be the
Oh.
orange. So that's what I'm saying. Grab a
I
couple
got
of
all
each.
white.
So I was the opposite. Like mine was all orange.
So I guess, are you going to try and like the white and orange together?
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, you got to, right?
White and orange. We'll pop a white and orange together. It's like the
Vanilla
white.
orange creamsicle, Tampa Bay Bucks orange jerseys, the Tampa Bay Yucks. What? Oh, you already tried. What are you doing?
I sure pop. Oh.
What are you doing, Cody Booger?
Oh. The more you chew, the
That's
like
legit.
the more those flavors hit.
That's legit. That's good.
Feel like, feel
That's
like,
really good.
That's what I'm saying. The more you chew,
Oh.
the more those flavors pop.
Like the aftertaste is amazing.
Dreamsicle M&Ms, man, those are damn good.
That is actually really good.
Those are really good.
Ooh.
All right, let's try some separate. I'm gonna try orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna
separate.
try
See if it's
white.
just regular orange. Oh, that is. Well, no, I got. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got dreamsicle.
Yeah. The orange is not just orange, and the white is just not vanilla. That's all.
That might be the best M&M ever.
That's really good. I bet these are probably limited. It doesn't even say limited time or anything. Man,
Those are good.
those are legit.
Those are good.
Right there.
Wow.
I don't know if I can follow this up.
That's one of the best things we've ever tried on here.
Those are really good.
Those are good.
I don't know if I can follow that up.
Those are really good.
All right, let's cleanse them palates. One last thing to try.
Do we have? Oh, we have something else. I thought that was it.
Maybe I should have saved the dessert for last.
You should have, because nothing's beating that. Ooh.
Doritos has come out with another new flavor. The Doritos have been like banging out new
been.
flavors lately.
Well, I was at the gas station earlier getting my energy drink, and I saw the ketchup flavored one. I was
Oh,
like,
did you?
Yeah. I was like, oh, there it is.
So what was like a few weeks ago we tried the Roaring Ranch, which we
was
both thought was terrible.
Disgusting.
And then the last two shows we tried the ketchup and mustard.
We did ketchup and mustard on a cheeseburger last week to try it basically as a condiment, which was
Actually really good.
actually pretty good.
After 2 bites in, like you got your saliva working, it worked. Like at first it was dry.
I had dill relish on mine. There was
Yeah.
no dry. It was amazing.
So Doritos got a new flavor out now. Ultimate Cheddar. I can't imagine this is not gonna be nacho cheese.
Right, but it doesn't seem like that much of a stretch to make this. So
That's to be determined. To
Yeah.
be determined, my friend.
that's why it seems that way. That's
I could not find the big regular bag, so I
probably
had
a
to
good call after you bought giant bags of
well,
the ones that we
luckily,
didn't like.
Those Roaring Ranch, I bought 2 bags of.
Yeah.
Luckily, somebody messaged me on Facebook that I'm friends with. They wanted to buy the other bag for their
Perfect.
kids.
Oh, okay.
So I met them locally and sold the bag to them for like $6.
Oh, there you
Because
go.
that's about what each bag cost me plus shipping. So I made a little bit of my money back.
Good. Tony says, have you tried the ghost pepper chicken sandwich from Wendy's? I have not. The closest Wendy's is
Yes.
a bit of a drive for us. It's not awful, but
I'm
it's
so
far
sad.
enough that I'm like, I'm not driving up there.
We unfortunately, that's maybe my favorite fast food restaurant there is right now.
I hate that we lost Wendy's.
We don't have a local Wendy's anymore.
Jamie says, so it's just Cheetos, cheddar, cheese on Doritos? I mean, maybe is
Ultimate Cheddar. Let's see, does it really say anything?
it might be just like that. Adam Matthews, what up, dudes? What up, Adam?
Adam, what's
I
up?
haven't seen you in a minute, bud. What's
This
going
doesn't,
on?
it just says limited time only. Ultimate Cheddar. Let's crack this bag open.
Tony says it's spicy, like big time.
It smells like regular Doritos if you give it the smell test.
Yeah.
It just smells like regular. All right, throw your official 3D Die Cut Dudes glasses on. Here's your little sneak peek into the bag.
Somebody's gonna sue you.
We got them. I mean, people mailed in to get those
Did they?
glasses. I mailed some out.
Is that what those packages you had me filling with dirty socks? Like, is that what that was for?
All right, Ultimate Cheddar. Ultimate Cheddar Doritos. You ready to try this, baby?
It smells like I get the spicy
Let me get
queso
I feel like I need a second one.
pop the popped chips. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
It smells like those.
Ooh, I just got a little.
You're cheating, bro.
Okay, something. All right, let's go.
Bruh.
Let's go. Oh, wow!
I like
That's
that.
a whole new taste. I
I
really
like
like that.
Made by the
Wow!
same company, yes. Fritos, Question mark. I have no
What's
idea.
that?
He's saying made by the same company. Yes? Question mark.
Frito-Lay.
Oh yes, yes.
Wow,
But
that's,
it doesn't taste like a cheese. Well,
no, it does not. To me, that is not nacho cheese. That's got a perky. You can tell that's cheddar.
that's pretty good.
Ultimate cheddar Doritos. That's definitely like a sharp cheddar,
Yeah,
and I love sharp cheddar.
I like it.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I was going in thinking this wasn't going to be anything too special.
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I really enjoy these. These
I
are
could say
actually really
currently,
good.
if I was at the gas station, I'd pick these up first.
Yeah.
Kyle says, so 3 taste tests and all 3 are good ones? That's rare. Yeah.
That actually
That
was.
never happens. Yeah. Tony says, you know how some places say their food is spicy and isn't? Well, Wendy's fries and chicken sandwich is spicy.
So my
gonna
question
get
is,
up there and get
Tony. Now it's going to take a second for him to reply on here, but my question is, my big question when I get a spicy chicken sandwich is it sauce that they put on the chicken, or is it in the breading? Is the spice in the breading?
I prefer it in the breading.
That's how I am. I'm not a big hot sauce person.
Right.
But if it's in the breading, I'm all over it.
I picked up the McDonald's spicy chicken sandwich the other day. I hadn't had one in a long time.
I remember we tried
And
that
I
on the show a while
forgot
back.
how,
Messy.
I-
I remember it was
well,
messy,
messy.
and then it had a kick to it.
and because
The
there's
sauce.
so much sauce, it was hot
Uh-huh.
because it's just overwhelming with all that sauce. And I'm pretty good with hot stuff, you know. And
Well documented on this show.
it was, yeah, it was very hot, man. I was like, this is ridiculous. We were driving down to my nephew's graduation. I ended up chucking it. I'm like, this is too
Oh,
much.
really?
It has both sauce and breading, plus ghost pepper cheese.
Holy crap.
Whew. That's hot.
I would be afraid to try that. I think I probably would just because I love Wendy's and I love chicken sandwiches.
I would love to try it.
I
but-
like spicy chicken sandwiches too, and
Right.
I'm not a big hot person, but
Right.
for the benefit of this show, I would probably try it.
We might have to get one of those. I'm excited now.
So again, big thumbs up for this.
The fries are drenched in some ghost pepper sauce also.
That scares me. That
Oh,
scares
okay.
me.
Joe Bates did a video on it as well.
Oh, I'll have
So
to
we
check
need
that
to-
one. I actually must have missed that one.
I need to check.
So-
Get caught up.
This week we did 3 taste tests, and as Kyle Douglas said, all 3
All 3 are good.
ultimate cheddar
All 3 are
Doritos.
very good, actually.
Big thumbs up for that
Yeah.
one. Pleasantly surprised at how good that
Yeah.
one is. These, I think we both say maybe the best M&Ms
One-
ever.
Probably the best M&Ms
I'm a big
ever.
peanut butter M&Ms
That's the one I
fan.
like also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my
Those
favorite.
are always my go-to.
Yeah,
These, woo,
those are good.
this is a good change up
Those are
right
good.
here.
Those are really good.
And last but not least, those freeze-dried Skittles.
And those are good.
I
They
really like
tasted
these.
good. I like the originals better.
You like the originals? I'm kind of torn on which one because after a while, when I'm eating a bag of Skittles, my jaw gets tired from just chewing and chewing and chewing.
Right.
And I'm weird sometimes. It's like sometimes I don't feel like I've chewed it enough, so I'm like I feel like I'm chewing extra. I'm like I know I can swallow this. These kind of crunch in your mouth like a Cheeto, but then it just like the
Just
flavor
disintegrates and
It disintegrates in your mouth and the flavor like explodes. And you're
Yeah.
like these are amazing too.
very good.
But for $5, I think I go with the
That's the other
$1.25.
thing for the cost. Yeah.
I think I go with the $1.25 basic Skittles
Yeah.
than paying another $5 for one of these bags. Well worth the try, experiment,
for sure.
taste test. But yeah, these are really cool.
Melissa said, by the way, I have 2 zucchini plants going in the garden, so you'll have
Zucchini
some
bread.
zucchini bread coming in the summer. Tony says, I love spicy food, and it had him burning. So we're going to have to try that.
That scares me because I know
Let's try that.
Tony likes that hot stuff too.
It's exciting.
I had him suffering. I don't know if
For those of you that remember, I did the Hot Ones challenge here on the show. They just released the lineup for the new Hot Ones season.
Oh, they come out with like another new
They
box.
do a new lineup every season.
Okay.
So I did season 18, which was the lineup I did.
So will they come out with a box of all those also?
I got to find out because I kind of want to do another one, but I want to do it different this time. You know, they cook it into the breading and all that. I would like to do it for real, and then maybe have somebody else come on and do it.
That would be awesome.
Do it just like Hot Ones. Set us on each end
Yep.
of the bench. You can be there, maybe interviewing.
I'll sit in the middle and
And
mediate.
You can mediate, and yeah, I thought
I'll get me some McNuggets and
There you go.
Dip it in
That's
my
what I did
sweet
last
sauce.
time. I think it was like chicken nuggets, and I
Yeah.
just dipped it in the sauces. But anyways, they did announce it. I gotta look it up. Doug says he's game, so maybe get Doug on the show.
Oh,
do
there's a way to get Doug on here.
do
you don't even have to cook this time, Doug.
yeah, we'll cook for you. Bud. He says I can cook the wings.
Hey, there you go. Give him the sauce, give him the wings.
Woo.
He'll hook you up.
But yeah, that's all I got this
We're
week.
about out of time.
That's all we got.
1 hour is up. Can you believe that?
Thank you guys for stopping by.
This was
It's
a
been
fun week. This
Enjoyed
was a-
talking about 90s basketball. So good.
This time kind of flew by tonight. We enjoy Jamie Campbell stopping in. Jeremy Cole. We got all the Jeremy
stopping
and
in.
Jamie. We got
Speaking of the 90s, man,
Melissa.
the flashback.
We got my sister Melissa.
all
We got
the
Joe
dudes.
Bates. We got who else was on here? Tony.
had Adam
We got
Matthews,
Doug.
Tony.
Adam Matthews.
Doug from Branson.
We appreciate
Kyle
all you
Douglas.
guys. And I don't remember who all commented now. I'm trying to remember everybody offhand.
It's okay. We never do that.
We,
So
we appreciate all you guys commenting, liking, sharing our posts.
come out to the card show next
Even off-
Saturday.
Yes, we would love to
Come
see you
say
guys.
hey. That'd be
we
cool.
we need to figure out a time and post a time when we'll.
Maybe we'll do that.
Make
When we
appearance.
figure out a time, we'll put it on
Maybe
there.
Kyle Douglas can show up. Maybe Doug or anybody
Everybody.
local.
Everybody.
I want to see Tony.
Tony will fly in.
Tony will fly in from California and
That's what I'm talking
check
about.
out some Pokemon cards.
Heck yeah. All right, dudes. Remember, we are the dudes you were looking for.
Throw on those 3D glasses. We are the dudes you were looking for. See you next week.
I said that line already.
See ya.
May the dudes be with you.